Yes, welcome back. Great grads of 2020, and we're celebrating today because it is officially Grad Week here in British Columbia. Premier John Horgan going on KISS Radio and saying he's going to put the call out to other cities to try to get them to do a big cheer on Saturday at 2020. That's 8:20 to correspond with the cheer for grads. Let's bring in Port Coquitlam Mayor Brad West right now. Good morning and welcome to BT.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks for making the time. Now, this was an initiative to get this week celebrated as a Grad 2020 week that started at Riverside School in Port Coquitlam. Tell us about how this all started, Mayor West.
Sure, absolutely. Yes, I received a letter from grads, the grad committee at Riverside Secondary, and really outlined the challenges, of course, all of our grads are having because they're not able to get together and do the things that traditionally you would do as part of a graduation. Mm-hmm. And so they were looking for support from the city to make this grad a little bit extra special and do some things we haven't done in the past. And for me, I mean, Riverside is actually where I graduated, and a school that's very close to my heart. And we wanted to step up and support the grads, not only at Riverside, but in all the high schools across Port Coquitlam, because this has been a very challenging time for them. Graduation is a huge moment in a young person's life, and usually it's filled with a lot of special events and gatherings to mark that accomplishment, and unfortunately that hasn't been able to happen. But we are stepping up and doing a bunch of other things that we hope sends a message to grads in Port Coquitlam that we're proud of them and we congratulate them, and we're wishing them all the best in the future.
Oh, that's amazing. So can you detail or give us a little more insight into some of the special things that are going to be happening this week and then sort of leading to the big Saturday grad cheer?
Sure. So we have declared this week Grad Week in the city of Port Coquitlam. Right now, we actually have City Hall lit up in the colors of Riverside Secondary, and throughout this week, City Hall is going to be lit up in the colors of all the high schools in our community. Cool. We've encouraged local businesses to put Congrats 2020 Grads signage throughout their windows and throughout the city, so grads, as they are out and about, see those messages. The city is also promoting those messages on all of our electronic billboards, so really positive messages about how proud we are of them. And then there's also going to be, as you mentioned, the special community cheer. And the community cheer is something that's really developed through COVID-19, and our community has been very enthusiastic about it. So at 7 p.m., Port Coquitlam residents come out in the thousands to cheer on our healthcare and frontline workers. And so building on that, we are doing a special cheer as a community for all of the grads on June 20th at 8:20.
Awesome. That's great. And just before we let you go, Mayor West, what sort of measures is the city looking at in terms of reopening in the middle of COVID-19 for this week and the next couple of weeks coming up?
So we acted very decisively at the beginning of the pandemic because we knew how important it was to contribute to stopping the spread of COVID-19. And now, because of the hard work of our residents and the entire province, we are into that reopening phase. And so we have already opened, our playgrounds. And this week we're going to be opening the city's spray parks, which I know will be really welcomed by families, especially those with little ones like myself who are looking for more activities to be able to do.
That's right. I have a 5- and a 2-year-old, so they would be happy to hear that as well. Thank you so much, and we will be cheering on those grads on Saturday, and we're celebrating them all week, of course, and we appreciate your time, Mayor West.
Thank you so much for what you're doing to recognize them.
All right, of course. You have a great day, and we'll be back on BT with entertainment after this.